So Mixcloud's an internet radio platform. We host radio shows, DJ mixes and podcasts for everybody from Fatboy Slim and Moby through to The Guardian and the RSA. So the background is myself and co-founders. We were actually radio presenters and DJs at university up in Cambridge, and we had a radio show that we were struggling to put online legally. And at the time, people were using a lot of things like YouSendIt.com or Zshare, Mega Upload, these sort of sites. So we thought, we could probably solve this problem, and it was a mixture of sort of personal frustration, and we saw an opportunity to build a sort of scalable business in the area, and that's the sort of background to Mixcloud. Myself, Nico Perez, I do mainly the product, sort of graphics, front-end, design side of things. Nikhil Shah, who handles business, marketing, that sort of area. He was the guy I started the radio show with at university. And then there's Sam Cook and Matt Clayton, who are the two other founders, and they work on the technical side. Matt's our CTO, he's actually based in Cambridge, and Sam's based here in London. So I always describe the initial first 6, 12, 18 months as the most challenging bit. And often when I'm doing talks or presentations, I use the metaphor of Ayers Rock or Uluru. I think Australians will be familiar with this, where when you're climbing, the beginning starts very, very steep. It's really, really difficult like this. And as you go up and climb more and more, it becomes easier and easier. And I think now we're at that point where it's starting to even out and become significantly easier climb. Hopefully that's where the metaphor ends and it doesn't go downhill afterwards. But I think the point is, in the beginning we just had an idea, really. We didn't have any money, we didn't have any, at the beginning we didn't have a team, we didn't have any users, and we didn't have any revenue. And slowly as time goes on, once you've built the team and you've built the product and you start getting users, that's when things start to become smoother and easier. So we're quite unique in the sense that we never actually raised equity finance. We were lucky enough to have a government grant in the early days for working on a project with a university here in East London called Queen Mary's. And we actually did try and raise funding early on. We applied for a lot of the incubators. We went to see a lot of angels and VCs, in a lot of cases at the wrong time. We went to see VCs when we only had an idea, for example. And so we were unlucky, and looking back, I think we were just fairly not very good at fundraising. And so that forced us very early on to think about the cash flow, to think about the business model. And we've had to concentrate on bringing in cash to a large degree, which in some ways has made us more resilient, in the sense that if we're not at the mercy of having to raise another round in order to survive. So it's a different path, but it's brought us to a good place now that we've reached it. So the business model is fairly simple. At the beginning it was ad funded. Now we like to describe it as brand funded. And the difference is, rather than working with your traditional ad networks such as Google AdSense or something like that, now we're starting to work a lot more directly with brands. In a lot of cases doing native advertising. I know native is a bit of a buzzword at the moment, or content advertising is a bit of a buzzword, but what we're trying to do is really take the concept of the radio show, the DJ mix, and bring it into the world of brands and really help them reach new audiences through these mediums. And so, that can take the format of either a exclusive radio show with a brand, it could be a DJ competition to win a set at a big festival, or it could be an exclusive mix series, something like that. And really what we found is that brands are interested in reaching our audience, which is early adopter, 18 to 34-year-old really, quite tech savvy people. That B, they love the fact that we've got the technology done and sorted, and C, probably most importantly, we have the licenses in place that mean we can do this legally, and a lot of other platforms frankly don't.